We are
can
back.
edit it out. Episode 35, we are absolutely back. What's the energy like? The summer's coming to a close.
I mean, barely though. We still hot as shit outside. Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay.
I don't know. Compared
it's not as hot
to what I was feeling in July and all that, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? I was outside.
You were.
I was outside.
I can't relate.
Yeah. Shout out to we had a lot of birthdays around here. Labor Day.
Oh shit, that did happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know what fucking holidays that be going on though. This shit I just have as long as I'm off work, I don't care.
I feel you.
So that's where we at. So where we at, man? You know, a lot of sports been happening too.
Yeah, we got a lot to get to in the sports. Pro football is officially back. College football, NFL, Sundays, Saturdays,
Thursdays, Mondays.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, the whole week now.
That shit full of football right now.
Yeah, we gonna be packed out for the. We just had the end of the tennis U.S. Open.
They did. Yeah.
Shout out to CoCo.
I mean, get straight into that then, man. It just
shout out to CoCo. What you say? She was the first what?
She was the youngest to win the U.S. Open since Serena at 19.
Youngest one, yeah. She's 19 years old. I actually watched a couple of those matches. Shout out to New Balance. I'm a big fan of their stuff. You know what I mean?
Like New Balance.
She's sponsored by them, but yeah, she did her thing too. Very close games. It wasn't dominant performance, but she won. That's all that mattered. They just dropped this video of like showing her when she was 8 years old in the stands at the U.S. Open dance and all this. And that's what I like about her. That's what I really want to shout her out about is because even when I was watching it, it made me want to play tennis. So I know like little kids because it seemed like such a simple, easy thing to get out there and do.
Have you ever tried that shit?
Yeah, she's hard.
That shit hard as hell.
I tried out for the tennis team. I did not make it.
Oh, yeah. He said, yo, go back over there.
I couldn't get the serve right. If you've ever tried to serve the tennis ball.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. Then just even return it for a person that actually plays. Try that shit if you want. You smacking that shit everywhere. Like,
It takes years of practice. So like,
it's not for me.
Yeah, like I actually went on YouTube. Like I was watching the CoCo show. I went on YouTube. It's like, let me find like what is a dominant, your crazy tennis shot looks like. Them folks is hitting shit behind their back between their legs. It was ridiculous.
And you know, people
in
like
U.S. Open Wimbledon shit. Like not on no, they was playing the best of the best and doing this stuff.
And then like some of their serves be at like 120 miles an hour. Like man,
easily.
Y'all could have that shit.
So congrats to U.S. You know what I'm saying? I think she's Atlanta native, if I'm not mistaken. You gotta look that up. I think she was born in the city. You know what I mean?
Let me look that up.
And I know what my city been doing. I know what my city been doing for the last 20 years or so. You know what I mean?
CoCo.
Where's CoCo from? Where was CoCo born?
She is from Delray Beach, Florida.
Oh. I thought she was. You know what I mean? Close enough.
You just out here throwing that shit out.
Close enough.
Yeah,
exactly. Shout out to CoCo. Yeah, I mean, shout out to CoCo. So, congrats there.
She's the U.S. winner right now.
Yeah.
Because you know the FIBA basketball just ended.
And
it looks like your boy.
For us anyway.
Yeah. No. It ended.
Oh, ended. Oh,
yeah. Germany won.
Oh yeah.
They beat Serbia.
Germany was nice too. Germany was very good.
They were. Didn't Schroeder might have a better chance over there than he does in the league right now. He out there killing. He was making it look bad over there.
Hold on, like I said, she played at Georgia State. Like I said, she Atlanta. Okay, yeah, shout out to CoCo. Anyway, I had to get that correct because I know I seen some. She was coming out of it.
Was she from Delray Beach?
I mean, that's cool, but if she coming out of Georgia State,
yeah, you're right.
That's the city.
That is.
But anyway, FIBA just ended. In a very, very embarrassing fashion.
Oh gosh, back to back.
Disgusting.
Back to back losses. And they got
First Germany had us in the blender, man. First of all, we was losing that whole goddamn
the entire game.
The whole game. Dennis Schroeder's literally busting ass. And what's my man Daniel Tice catching lobs and
they made. First of all, let me say this: they was trying to put Austin Reeves on the island that entire game, though. They was embarrassing him.
Yeah, it's just a different game. It's a more together game, and when you got a bunch of B class players representing America, B and C, it was lame. Who did I see on there? Who did I see on the court, bro? First of all, okay, I'll give you Jaren Jackson. He was defensive player. He's very good.
But he averaged 2.3 rebounds that entire
Hold on, let me run off his stats. I'm saying the people that make sense to even be on the team.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Continue.
You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, let me pull up the box score to see who played in the last shit.
Okay, that shit.
Okay, so yeah, Jaren Jackson, he definitely deserves to make the roster. Defensive Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. He did average, and they asked him about that too.
He had nothing to say.
He had nothing to say about this thing. And I knew he won one of them ones because we played him in the playoffs.
Yeah, we know what
we played him in the playoffs. He had 2 dominant games. Rest him.
Yeah, he's not like that.
Josh Hart is a mediocre player in the NBA.
And he just plays. He's a hustle player.
Hustle player.
That's all he is. I mean, sometimes you need those hustle players. But,
yeah, but not him. Not Josh Hart. Playing the best of the best overseas.
Not Josh Hart.
We got Tyrese Halliburton, who just became like a name that people recognize.
He's not that good to me.
He's good.
He's solid. He was the Pacers. They didn't even make the playoffs.
I mean, we got Dame, we got Steph, we got a lot of people on the list before we get into Tyrese Halliburton.
Mm-hmm. They didn't make the playoffs. Bobby Portis, no. Nobody still don't know Bobby Portis.
Only names I really respect on here is Jalen Bronson and Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Yeah, that's it.
Mikal Bridges' game is ugly.
It's ugly as shit.
I don't care what they talking about.
He's not like that either.
Anyway,
but
we lost.
They had Dylan Brooks looking like.
Dylan Brooks dropped 4. He dropped 39 points on 12 of 18 shooting.
Mm-hmm. What was he from the 3-point line?
7 or 8.
Nah, so he got the burner on him.
I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd be willing to bet he's never done that a day in his life.
No, and he probably won't do that again.
As a matter of fact, to put this into context, Dylan Brooks is so unliked and unpopular in the NBA. The team made an announcement that they cutting his ass.
Yeah, that they would never bring him back.
They never do that. The Memphis Grizzlies said we do not want his bum ass.
That was before the playoffs ended.
It was.
That was during like the playoffs still.
He got suspended and said, "No, you're fired."
They said, "Yo, you're done. You're never coming back."
Dylan Brooks is a trash man. So for him to drop 39, we'll give you a shot. We'll give you Shea Gillis because he's really like that.
He is really like that.
He is really. RJ Barrett is. I'll let you speak to
him. He's mediocre. He's up and down. I mean, what he had 20.
He had 23.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen he averaged 20 in the playoffs, but yeah, it was he did average 20 in the playoffs. But I mean, I'm not. Listen, if we can trade Ant-Man for RJ Barrett right now, please, by all means.
I mean, I agree.
By all means.
I'm just saying that's your team. I don't care nothing about the niggas. I just want you to speak to him.
Yeah,
do y'all like him or not?
I'm not a fan.
Do you think he would be dropping 23 on Team USA or not?
On Team USA?
Yeah.
Listen, with the roster that Team USA has, probably, because ain't nobody else going over there besides Ant.
Okay.
What was the stats for the Team USA? Who scored?
Ant-Man dropped 24, 9 of 20, and this is against Canada, like I said.
9 of 20, terrible.
It's not terrible. It's regular.
Right under 40.
Josh Hart dropped 10 on 404. Mikal dropped 19, 6 of 12.
Okay.
Austin Reeves, of course, AR-15 dropped 23 on the niggas, man. 7 of 13 shooting from the field, man.
He been hooping, but he was but they was taking advantage of him on that defensive end, though.
I mean,
he's not a defender.
Anybody that gets isolated is gonna look bad.
Yeah.
It's a team game. You know what I'm saying?
So was Noah Lyles right?
About what? Can you remind me what he said?
About the world champions. They're not the NBA isn't the world champions. And then we just played and we seen those NBA players not win. For the USA.
What's the quote again?
I gotta run back that quote. I don't remember that shit.
I thought you had it up. You brought it up.
Because I remember what he said. I remember part of it. He just said pretty much told the NBA players stop saying it's the world champion because they got to play against the world for them to be world champions.
All right, cool. That's what he said, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna read down the starting lineup for Canada. The team we just lost to got eliminated by.
Mm-hmm.
Their starting center is Dwight Powell.
Okay.
Next, Lou Dort. Next, Shea Gillis Alexander. Next, RJ Barrett.
All NBA player, right?
Next, Dylan Brooks.
All NBA players.
Everybody on that list is in the NBA. But let me. He did respond to that.
He responded to Drake too.
Noah Lyles on the backlash from the World Champions comment. First of all, he came at Drake.
Immediately.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
First sentence.
Drake. He says, and I quote, and he has a high pitch like, I don't know, Drake, what are you doing here? Go back home. This is an NBA conversation. To be honest, I truly think the NBA is the best. Mm-hmm. There's the national side, then there's the world side. You can't have the world championship type without facing the rest of the world. What's your thoughts?
Well, Drake is from Canada, and Canada just beat the USA. That's the only thing that Drake can probably say. But other than that, I mean, yes and no. I mean, like you literally just ran down the whole starting five of NBA players.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then if you look at Germany, who was their leading player, Dennis Schroeder, who's in the NBA.
So that's kind of the point we was making. So I still don't necessarily know where Noah Lyles is going with that because the NBA literally represents every country that has enough talent to make the league. So
no, NBA player fucks his bitch.
What?
That's what I'm hearing hate.
Shea Gillis?
Was it RJ Barrett?
I doubt it. I doubt it. Maybe Zion. If anybody from that Kentucky.
You know Zion, wild boy, free. Yo, speaking of that, when Zion, you think Zion gonna play again this year?
I don't know, man. Zion's still looking overweight.
He's looking a lot overweight.
He looked like Cedric the Entertainer last time I seen him. Thick ass nigga.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of that was crazy. Pause. First of all,
that
was crazy, though. That's crazy as hell. That's wild. Your boy Ben Simmons look like he been in the gym. You think that's your man's? What you think he gonna do this year?
I fought with Ben.
What you think they gonna do this year in Brooklyn?
I don't know, nigga. I'm worried about the Lakers. Asking me about some bum ass New York shit. I don't know.
Hold on. First of all, the Nets to me is still New Jersey. I don't even count.
I don't care what you think they
but Ben
is.
Simmons is
say
Brooklyn. But Ben Simmons is your man's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you be caping for him all the time. So I'm saying, what you think your boy gonna do?
I don't know. Just answer the question. I haven't seen him play in a year. You know what I'm saying?
Says a lot, right?
Yeah.
Trash ass nigga.
Just saying, my Lakers good. Lost or loaded. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cam Reddish and them. Shout out to Christian Woods. Braun, AD, highest paid per year. Huh? Chris, what?
He is.
Yeah.
He better get.
Yeah, Rich Paul and them real rich. Clutch Sports.
First of all, I hope this nigga AD shows up this year because
I don't care what AD do.
No,
he getting that bag on him. Champion.
That's your problem. Your Lakers gonna lose.
Who on your team got a ring? Who on the Nets or the Knicks or any
I'm not a Nets fan
or any New York Mets, whoever the fuck you want to talk about. Which one of y'all got a ring? Aaron Judge bum ass can't even get his payday. They won't even pay the man.
Yeah, I'm Yankees fan, so that ain't got
I'm just saying they won't even pay the man.
Hey, listen, I know the Mets would.
They would.
Yeah,
they would.
Pay everybody else. So fuck it.
Anyways, man, shout out to the Lakers, man. Shout out to Austin Reeves, 20 on the way out.
Speaking of that, did you watch the UFC shit last night?
I did.
I didn't get a chance to watch the fight, but your boy.
You good back there?
You sure?
Yeah, I saw. So it was UFC 293.
Mm-hmm. Your boy Stylebender.
What is going on?
Something like a Polaroid,
right? Stylebender, Izzy, Israel Adesanya. I don't know pronounce.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this man's name.
Versus Sean Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
It went 5 rounds. Did it need to? Probably not.
Nah, not after that first. That nigga knees buckled quick,
my
dog.
mans. I've been keeping up with this. I actually was so invested in this because I'm a boxing guy. I'm really not a UFC guy. I only like John Jones because John Jones is really just better than everybody.
But everybody,
like probably the most dangerous man
in the world
with hands walking around Earth. And him and Izzy had a beef back in the day when John Jones, before he went up to heavyweight, they was like, okay, we're gonna make this fight happen or not. It was young boy because he was supposed to be like the new John Jones.
He was. Well, he was going around kicking ass too.
He was going
to work on people.
He was
in his bag. So I mean, I understood why
for sure.
But then John Jones got heavy and said, nah, fuck this. I'm gonna just beat up bigger than this.
Yeah, John Jones went through his trials and tribulations.
He did. He went through a lot.
And then Izzy fuck around and met the right one.
Yeah.
And got his ass knocked out.
Dog, did you see when he got hit? His knees immediately just.
Oh yeah, shit like he tore his ACL, man. I've never been a fan of Izzy because I never thought he was that good.
He gets touched a lot. Yeah. And so that's for me that's telling.
Yeah.
You know, for you to be so good, you get hit that much. It's like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They was saying, and shout out to Sean Strickland, like country ass, like, and this ain't my words, right trash, super, I'm American, ooh, beers, Teddy Brewskis, all this type shit. Put hands and feet on him, bro. Hands and feet on y'all, man. They said he was the greatest middleweight ever, quote unquote. They say he was. If he won that, he's cleaning out the whole division. I never liked him. He paints his nails. He weird.
Does, which is weird. It's so weird.
He's weird.
Speaking of UFC though, I do want to say, did you hear the dude's quote after he won? One dude, Charles. Let me see. Right here, this dude right here. This is nuts. This is on ESPN.
Plug it up, bro.
Oh shit, yeah.
Plug it up, bro.
Bro, he said some of the wildest shit I've ever heard on TV, and I didn't know you could say shit like that out loud.
I mean, UFC is a lot different though. UFC is way different than anything else. So they run their own stuff.
They do.
Izzy. I mean, really, it was just a year of like upsets and embarrassing losses. But go ahead, play the quote.
All right, this is what he said.
And so fuck all you faggots up in the fucking crowd. Come down here and get some, you pussy ass bitch.
This man trying to get us removed from all platforms.
But I'm saying, like, to say that it was on ESPN too.
ESPN been going through some struggles recently. That's Disney. Shannon Sharp can't save every goddamn thing on ESPN.
We'll have to take a break after that one.
But now I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Before we go to break. Like I said, it's been a year of upsets. We just got the embarrassing loss last night. I mean, they was talking crazy. He was the overwhelming favorite to win that fight.
Yes, he was.
I watched the fight. Once he got hit, he ran for the rest of the
it was done. There was no point of that.
Errol Spence, Big Fish, got deep fried.
Yeah,
Ooh, I had some fried fish last night.
How was it?
Trash.
Oh shit.
And then we got Cool Boy Stephen Fulton get knocked out by the Japanese monster. Anyway,
he's been in his bag too.
They all handled their losses 3 different ways. Izzy on Instagram, he trying to play it cool, like he's trying to face the embarrassing shit.
His
front on
his fucking eye closed.
Eyes swollen. He taking shots. Let me see. He was on a party bus, wasn't he?
Yeah, or a van or some shit.
Hips or some bullshit. Still just trying to, make sure, hey, it's cool. He could take a loss, but he's lost before though, so I don't know. Then you got Arrow, who was undefeated. Heavy favorite, even though when it got closer to it was like, nah, Bud.
It was like,
Bud is better. But still, it was a 50-50 fight. We ain't heard from him since.
Oh no, that man went to a dark hole.
Taking the turn back.
Yeah, no, he went to dark hole, dog. He is, remember when you watch, what was it, I think Batman Begins? No, the one with Bane?
Yeah.
When he went down there? Yeah, that's what he doing.
Nigga trying to be on this Bane. This ain't no movie, dog.
It's not, bro. This is real life.
About that spider hole. But then you got Cool Boy Steph, who got knocked out.
See, I didn't see that one.
I'm gonna tell you his reaction though. Cause number one, before the fight, cause they got like these little promo build-up, he was already talking about how Philly, his own city, did not even support him, and he wanted to take this chance so he can really get the acclaim, and his city gonna love America, gonna love him everything. He went up his ass over there to Japan.
Got mopped.
Not only did he get knocked out, he got beat the fuck up the entire fights from start to finish. He did not look like he was supposed to be in the ring.
That bad?
Yes. So what happened is, he responded by creating his own promo video. He wanted to use his motivation. But do you know how that video started? He showed him getting knocked out in 3 different angles. I'll kid you not. He showed himself getting knocked out at 3 different angles.
That doesn't give me any, if I want to support you, the start of your video, I'm cutting it off right there.
His strategy was to use that as motivation to come back and get better, cool. But I want to know from both of y'all, I want to hear both of y'all thoughts on this. What is the best way to handle an embarrassing public loss like that? Something you probably never felt of that magnitude.
All right, so
something that you it wasn't like, oh, you're going in this and we don't expect nothing from you. It's like, oh, you have a great shot, or you either favorite or we expect you to put up a good fight.
All right, so when it comes to like the fighting part, how I personally would is pretty much be like, look, man, they're professionals for a reason. There's nothing to say. I'm just like, yo, I take my L and I keep it moving. I just got to get back into the gym.
But you would stay in the public view?
I don't have a choice. I'm famous at this point still. So I mean, you gonna tell me that I just need to be in a dark hole and you never see me again? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be in the gym going crazy, trying to make sure that this don't happen again. But I'll be outside. It is what it is. They're gonna have questions at any point in time anyway.
Okay, so you're just gonna go back to your normal.
Yeah, just go out to normal life. You're gonna have to take it at some point because
UFC.
Oh, be on the party bus taking shots.
No, because you ain't gonna see me doing that. See, you ain't gonna see me on the gram.
Camera like this.
Fuck no, you ain't gonna see me showing after my shades on.
Family
my
in the back
eyes.
whispering and shit. Is that okay? I'm not sure his brain is right.
Yeah, make sure you're like, damn,
I'm not sure. We need to start saving our money.
might need to, but this shit might be done after this. but I go about my day. You ain't gonna see me but you're not gonna see me on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna see me just out here. You're not gonna see me doing this. But yeah.
Are you going to? Is it better to go the excuse route? Do we want to have excuses out there?
Oh no. There's no excuses. I can't do an excuse. There's no excuse. It's simply like, yo, the better person won. All right, keep it like that. I'm gonna just move on.
Or because this is the one thing none of them did do. None of them was like, we got to get back at this shit. I need to see him immediately. Errol said that right after the fight.
Yeah.
Because they was doing a post interview shit.
Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah.
But he said nothing since.
Oh, no.
But he did reactivate that rematch clause, though.
Yeah, so I mean, I would do that immediately too if I have that, and I'm telling him like, hey, yo, I want to run this back, especially because every fight doesn't have that bout where you can activate it. So I mean, if I do have that ability too, yeah, I'm definitely gonna fight you again. Yeah. But I'm going back and I'm gonna just take whatever backlash. There's no excuse. I just lost. And
I'm making every excuse I possibly can. I'm throwing everybody ass under the bus.
Yeah,
I'm throwing in the commissioner, the promoter, all this shit. I told him I wanted it at this city at this time. I ain't making enough money. I threw the fight so I can get more money in the rematch. I'm going crazy. I'm not taking that L like that. If I'm him, if I'm somebody like Errol, if I'm somebody like Steph, I'm in Japan. You think I'm in Japan walking around with a black eye?
The fuck gonna be like he on the ground crying.
Yeah, exactly. Look at me, man. Yo, they set me up for this, man.
I'm going the Deontay Wilder route. I'm accusing him of cheating. Mm-hmm. I'm firing
his
my trainer. I'm getting a little prejudiced too. I'm throwing in some racial slurs.
Oh, we definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, fuck y'all. You think you can do this to me? I'm going out.
Well, all right. So I will say this, right? It depends. If I did get beat the fuck up like that, I am gonna say that his gloves must have been weighted. He got some shit in his gloves. But yo, I've never looked like this before after a fight.
Discredit. I'm throwing smut on his name. You kidding me? You know how embarrassing that is?
It's terrible. That's terrible, though.
Nah, it's hard to say if you get beat up like Earl did.
That's what I'm
if
saying.
If it was like the UFC fighter, then it could be like, okay. Because he didn't get beat up.
Yeah, he just got
it.
It was that one bad hit and he...
Yeah.
What about cool boy Steph?
He just shouldn't have went over there.
I agree.
His team should have
revoked his passport and kept his ass in
his team set him up.
Yeah,
I feel like his team set him up because that little man was too quick.
Yeah.
And he did not have the speed.
It should look like Sonic. Like it was like crazy. He looked like a cartoon character how fast he was like sliding across. I'm like, damn.
And then for you to get knocked out, never been knocked out, like, this is the way, I'm used to knocking people out, all this stuff,
I gotta pull this shit up right here.
Oh,
this right here?
Yes. But you wasn't, we was watching a lot because it's in Japan, so the time difference. Like, it was like Tuesday morning.
It was like,
we was watching the fight. He was like, oh, he wasn't getting hit and he was hitting the fuck out of him.
No, I gotta watch these highlights now because that's ridiculous.
Like, it was bad. We're gonna take a commercial break and so I can get caught up on that.
It was that bad?
No, it was horrible. We're not even joking.
Yo, you one of your favorite artists?
My favorite artist.
Yeah, let's talk about one of your favorite artists.
Shout out to Teezo Touchdown, man. How do you sleep at night in stores right now?
I tried to listen to it, but I didn't know what the fuck I was listening to at first.
What's it called? Rock Boom, the new genre? Boom rock or some shit like that?
He said he was trying to do like a mixture of like some rock and R&B and create a new genre of music. So it's somewhat of R&B and rock mixed in. So.
It's something the music has been needing for a long time, a change of landscape, basically.
Okay. That's new. I just heard some rock shit when I turned it on. I was like, my ears weren't ready for it, so I was
definitely some rock stuff for sure. It was a little bit more heavy on the rock than I expected actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a few songs were they were real in between. Like, it didn't have that rock sound, but it would sound like something just kind of poppy almost.
It reminded me like when you first heard Outkast, and there was a lot more instruments included in rap than it was as opposed to like beats and drums and all that shit. They was doing like trumpets, horn.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
so
sense.
like it's like a mashup. Like for him, it's
I'm gonna go ahead and check that
the
shit out.
rock with the R&B basically, and some
Check that shit out.
a little bit of rapping.
You gonna talk about your boy, your
Who
other
that?
boy, Gunna?
Who?
Oh,
Yeah.
QB
Yeah, your boy sold out Barclays, man.
Oh yeah, he sold out New York, right?
Yeah, he sold out Barclays.
Sold
First
out New
show
York,
back since,
yeah.
That Rico case, and supposedly he snitched. But whatever.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. But he had Free Jeffrey signs going up.
He had a whole Young Thug set performing his songs and everything.
Yeah, he had a 30
Hot,
set for this.
Ski. Okay. 30 song set list.
Yep, 30 songs.
30 songs. That's a lot. That's a lot of music.
That's a lot of music.
That's what, a 2-hour show?
Just about, yeah.
What's your thoughts on it, bro? I saw some clips.
I saw same here, but I mean, and just like I think everybody's pretty much saying it, listen, the internet is one thing. Obviously, the internet doesn't always win. The internet's not always the truth, because everything you would think like, all right, when he first came out and they was talking about him, they was like, oh, he snitched. Everybody on the internet is like, yo, nah, he's done, blah blah blah. But then you see, as soon as he dropped that album, first he dropped the song Bread and Butter, and everybody was like, oh, this shit's actually alright.
Yeah.
Then he dropped the album, and we seen all of a sudden it started trending up, started doing well. Then Fuck You Mean just took over, and this is with no features, no real push. It's just straight. He just dropped the album.
I think you are kind of speaking to what people are saying too as well, though. Go ahead.
To an extent. So I'm saying like at one point they were saying like, nah, he was done, and then he showed like, hey, I can still do this.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it just showed that he was just resilient, and he was able to stand on his and get out there and just selling out a show is crazy though.
Why is it crazy?
No, selling out a show by himself.
Why is it crazy?
Because I didn't think that he could sell out a show by himself.
He went to New York. He went the furthest possible place in America from his hometown.
You right about that. You're definitely right about that. So
are you a Gunna fan first?
Not for real. I mean, I listen to his music, but it's not really like for me. Like if it comes on, then cool, but it's not my go-to.
Okay, well that kind of makes sense too.
So,
but I would say this, because a lot of people do like Gunna's project. They do love Gunna, but I will say when you go outside, it's not like you're hearing a whole bunch of Gunna like they used to hear.
You really only hear "Fuck You Mean" right now. That's really the only song that I would.
But you definitely would hear Gunna because a lot of the times he has collab songs, so it'll be like him on the hook or him doing his one verse or whatever. So you do hear him when you go outside.
I would say for me, like when I was outside, like I think the other day, I only heard "Fuck You Mean" and that was it. I haven't even heard like Ski, Hot. Yeah, but I'm saying like at one point in time they were still playing Ski. They was playing Hot. They was playing everything he was featured on. But literally, "Fuck You Mean" is the only song that you might hear right now, in my perspective.
And is that what are you trying to say? Are you saying like
It's not being played like that as much?
I'm saying I think he's still going to be successful, but to the point that people are making is the snitch thing. That's much more of like your home town thing than it is like a national thing. And even then, so much so, he's been moving very much alone and just with a woman.
Yeah, he definitely has.
That's it.
Yeah, literally, just that one girl, and he's been.
Which is very different because before he went to jail, it was never a woman. It was a bunch of guys.
A bunch of niggas out there.
Literally, it was everybody you could possibly mention from his neighborhood and from YSL. So I just think, just because he's successful and he is, and he make good music, I don't know that people are wrong just because he's doing a big show. Is what I'm saying.
Do you think? All right, so. Going forward now with his music, do you think that he will get those features back at any point in time?
He had freaking DDG open.
That's what I'm saying. He had DDG opening up for him.
Oh, I didn't even see that shit. Oh,
I don't
wow.
even know if people really messing with him like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking like
it's
after
gonna take a minute.
It's gonna take a minute. So what I'm saying, like after the success of this project and this song, do you think at some point in time where will those features and people start messing with him again, or it's just kind of dead for him, or he has to go like a different route of different people?
I think he could do it again, but he has to do this again.
I
If
agree.
he do
Okay.
this again, then I think people will be like, it's hard to avoid him because he's making music, coming out with things. So if he do this again,
if he put out another "Fuck You Mean," I think he would have some more success.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna have to sustain that solo dolo success for a while. I'm not sure. I mean, because first of all, I think people are really curious to find out because there's a lot of shit going on in Atlanta court system right now.
Yes,
it's a lot of stuff going on. So
I
I think people are really just waiting to see what's going to happen with everything. But I think people enjoy good music. It's a drop for good music. So
right.
Yeah. So
and all that stuff.
very true.
Yeah.
To be fair, he's going to look a little bit better than maybe he would be in a year that's being dominated. Like we used to have 2016, all these everybody dropping like the greatest music in the world. So. I don't know. We'll see.
I think it's pretty good for him to even kind of like isolate himself as well because he done went through too much with all these people being fake or him being accused of stuff and just getting into a whole bunch of bullcrap that he may not even really been involved in, but just affiliated around the wrong people.
Very true.
So it's like, just give me this time to myself to make myself feel good. I can do my own work and go back to what I originally like came in here for, just doing the music. Being myself and get back to where I was because all that extra stuff, the court system, I don't think that ever was gonna like the super tough guy. I don't think he was ever that type of role. I think he just hung around people that did that and it was just kind of like, oh, these are cool kids type thing, but this is, it's really not my background.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I'm gonna do the music and okay, I see what you're saying.
I mean, I won't know. I won't speculate whether he was or not because a lot of people say that just because the type of music he makes. But you could say that about like somebody may make the toughest music in the world and they be the softest guy. You know what I'm saying? But and if you actually like kind of research him a little bit, he's very much from that. But you never know what he was doing. I mean,
what he was doing inside of that, because I could have been around that the entire time, but I didn't do it.
And the other thing is like the new album is literally full of him saying, "No, I've never been a bitch. I've always been a tough guy. That just wasn't what I was rapping about." And I've been pulling up on these niggas that think of it. Hey, play that motherfucker bro day. That shit hard. That shit is hard. But brother, we pulling us banging on there.
But what I will say though, I do have a question about that.
Yeah.
Because of the music he makes, and like we've heard a bunch of his music before, and some of it starts to sound redundant. Yeah. Like somebody like a Lil Baby. You see where Lil Baby is right now.
It's different.
But I'm saying, do you think like
it's different?
No, it is. But what I'm saying is, do you think that do you think he has a chance to continue to progress, or he may make another one like this? But will you think people be like, all right, this shit sounds the same, and it's not gonna take off like it did before?
I think Gunna has already shown his progression with this album alone. I think this album was like the best thing that could have happened to his career because it's completely different from what we expect from him. And we found out that this might be his best way of making music, period. Like the way he's carrying it. So everything about this is like strategic. Like the first single, you calling out everybody, oh shit, this what he finna be doing? Yeah. Then you come out with an album that's full of songs that may be even better than that. Yeah, you gotta lose some weight.
Yeah, he in the gym. He been in the gym.
And then you even kind of tone down your style where you wearing a bunch of black, like you on some like in some war mode or some type shit. This same shit Kanye did with the Donda, where this is the thing. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna stick to that thing for it.
Or how the Weeknd was when he's wearing the makeup and the suits and all that shit. So I just think he's been doing the right stuff. Now, the one thing I do want to ask y'all about, which has been interesting, is that he's still saying he's not a snitch. And along with that, even with the quote-unquote leaked or fake voicemail that Young Thug was saying all that shit about him, he's still going out and saying free Thug and doing all this dedicated to Thug in the music. I still this with Lil Jeff and all this. What do y'all think about that? Like, cause it's almost weird, but it's like you're staying consistent with what you started with.
So,
but I don't know. It's interesting.
I'll let you answer that first. I haven't thought about it.
I would say for me, I just think it's pretty like, I still want to be cool. I want to send an olive branch or whatever. I can't say I didn't do my part. I didn't apologize, or I just let you know I didn't do this. This is not how it went down. We can have a conversation. I'd rather put it out there, like, so if you do get out or if you want to call or whatever, I'm open to it and I'm not on no BS. I'm not trying to disassociate myself with you and all this other stuff or make it seem like I'm trying to, crap on your name or something like that. So if you decide to get out and be like, nah, you a snitch, I don't like you, whatever, I could be like, okay, I wash my hands with it and just be like, well, I did my part.
Yeah.
He don't like me, he don't mess with me, but whatever. I'm still gonna do my music and all that stuff. I still mess with Jeffrey, he don't mess with me. Cool. But I don't know. It does give like it's a little weird, but at the same time, it's like, that was my dog. Like, he brought him to another level. He can't do anything but give him his flowers and stuff like that. Because Gunna wouldn't be in the state he is now if it wasn't for him. So
I agree. I think that there's something that the outside doesn't know. It just seems like there's a
conspiracy theory?
Yeah, there's things that a lot of people don't know. We don't have every court document. We don't know exactly what happened and why he was released. Like, you can say this happened, he said this, he said that.
What part
but exactly. You don't know
know
for real. Because, I mean, if you think about it, what if Gunna really wasn't part of that part of YSL? I was just strictly signed to them. I'm really cool with you. You helped me build my music career. I was really just doing music with you. So now they put me in a room and they ask me all of this, but I'm really not a part of it. So now it can make you look like one way, and it's not. And so they're just trying to, it could have been like the court systems always do. They try to get somebody to flip on you like, yo, at a point, I'm really not part of this. There's nothing for you to keep me here.
yeah.
And so there may be like some talks behind the scenes that nobody knows about. Because, I mean, didn't like at one point Thug's sister said something about like positive towards Gunna or whatever? Like early on when she first
said, y'all calling Gunna a snitch is not going to help Thug because it makes it look like he actually is guilty of something.
Okay, so I didn't know what she said, but I mean, nobody knows. I think maybe Thug and their lawyers may be the only people that know, and Gunna and his lawyers may be the only people that know, but I think there's something else that's behind it. Because he could have, it could be like what you said, I'm still in support of you because you built my career up, so let me just do my part and at least support that. But it also could be like, yo, we really still like, we might be alright, and we still might be good, and just, I'm not going to speak about it because y'all already have this thought about me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak that. I'm speaking to this dude. I may be speaking to him all the time, and nobody knows.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt that too.
Even be allowed to do that.
Yeah, well, that too. I agree with that part. But I'm saying, because of the case. But I'm saying, like, you can send messages type thing like that.
Send the cut. Ain't nobody. That's what he says. Ain't nobody send the cut.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So it might be one of those things that nobody just knows, and so he might know something that we don't, and so he's like, all right, I'm gonna continue to support my guy.
I mean, I do think it looks weird, but at the same, because only thing that makes it look weird to me because nobody from the YSL camp, nothing has came out and as an end of the sisters, none of the artists have come out and supported Gunna on nothing
at all. Yeah, I agree.
Nothing. The only one that was associated with YSL that is still working with him is the producer Turbo, but he's not a YSL dude. He just happens to produce a lot for him. Yeah. Weezy came out and said, "F out of here." Yeah, Weezy's out of here. I'm not rocking with you. But YSL, the actual like their page, they've been promoting Gunna's project the entire time.
They did.
I mean, but he's still signed.
Yeah, he's still on that label. He's still on that label.
Yeah, the label. So,
but at that point,
they trying to make some money too. It's all about the money.
But that's the thing.
They did it after the fact though.
But that's the thing though. So at that point, doesn't it look like a contradiction? Because if you're just in it for the money and you're gonna let the person that helped put the biggest artist or the founder of the company rot in jail, isn't that a contradiction?
It is. But we still have to.
Biggest artists on that label.
No, I agree.
So, yeah, but I'm saying you still got to keep the label afloat because if you still want, because unless you just pretty much, if I'm over, I think with their Santa Atlantic or whatever that record label is that they're with, if I just want this part to just dwindle out and fail, I'm losing money. There's no telling what that record label put into them. So now I just got to make this back and finally because remember they didn't push the album at first. Yeah. It wasn't until it took some success, and they was like, "Oh shit! Now we can actually get back from this." Because I feel like
it's no telling if they even knew the album was coming out or how that worked. In the sense of well, we will approve it, but because we don't know what this is going to do, we don't know what the direction is. We're going to let you put it out, and then because it's successful, we're going to try to keep it going.
We still have to get that money back, though. Whatever money that we had to put into it, we still got to get that money. Yeah, whatever part we played in, no matter how much money you put into it, there's still some money that was coming out of our pocket. So I got to get that money back at some point.
Was it?
Depending. Because it wasn't like a mixtape or anything, it's an album. So it is being pushed by them somehow. So it's like, hey, whatever that $100,000 that we put, $1 million, whatever we put into that, we want that money back plus more. And you still have a label obligation that you have to fulfill. And so we still got to get our money back regardless at some point. So since you're doing well, we just gonna keep pushing it.
I'm just saying. So let's say if it's two artists, this is the founder, this is the first person he signed. It's called whatever the Black Sofa label. Mm-hmm. This is the main artist. This label. This is the one who run the business. This is the first artist he signed. He's showing love. This artist, they get into a beef and he kills him. Does the people behind that label support that man because they want to keep the label afloat?
Yeah.
To an extent, yeah. Is he still making the money?
I mean, because at that point, none of this stuff you thinking from like an emotional morals point of view.
Yeah, I'm thinking about because only reason I say that because
business,
the whole thing is
money.
a moral thing because it's snitching. It's not nothing that's concrete. So it's the idea of like you turning your back on somebody. So the whole thing is moral.
But no,
you see what I'm saying?
But for them, there's no moral into that because they're not part of that
That's
part.
what I'm saying.
They're like, yo, I don't have nothing to do with that.
The fans are tied emotionally. So
yeah.
If that's what the label is doing, if that's what your business is doing, wouldn't that deter fan support as well?
To an extent, unless that person does well, and that's why they play a small part of like how we go about doing this. They initially they didn't push out bread and butter like that. They didn't push out that album like that. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't until after the fact that we got success. All right, cool. Now we can push it. Now we can see that profit come from it. Because say this album didn't do well. If nothing did well, you would not see any of that from Gunna. It would just dwindle down and he'd be quiet. And he might have dropped more music after that because it didn't do well. Yeah. Just to fulfill some type of need just to get the money back. But
I'm just saying, I think it's a little bit of a contradiction.
It is. I mean, I agree with you.
But
that's what I'm saying. I agree from like a morals, like emotional standpoint. But if I'm doing business, I'm thinking about what's best for me and what's gonna give me my money.
Yeah,
like,
that's all it is.
Even if I don't support it right now, and like my biggest artist is in jail, that's not making me no money. Him being in jail, it's not doing nothing for me. I support you. Yeah, I still mess with you. When you get out, you got a home over here at YSL. But as of right now, he does too. Yeah. And he's making his money right now.
So what happens when that man gets out of jail and he finds out y'all been supporting the dude that tried to throw him in jail for the rest of his life?
I got papers on you, bro.
No, I'm saying
what happened. I got papers on you.
No,
so
what I'm saying is
if your contract is still valid right now, and none of you haven't breached anything, or you ain't find nothing in the clause for you to break the contract or for us to rip it up, you finna make these albums. You finna put out something.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm
saying.
Money.
He finds out, he comes home and he finds out y'all been supporting the man that tried to throw me in jail for life. Mm-hmm. He's pissed. What happens to the label then? Is everybody getting fired? You know what I'm saying? What happens then? Is everybody getting
obviously,
you see what I'm saying? So now you put yourself in a position
first to off, when it comes to that, Young Thug is like co-founder. He may own maybe like what 30,
I'm saying
40%?
Hypothetically speaking, we don't know the facts of it because we just pulling from the air at this point. So I'm saying if that was the case.
Well, if that's the case, he get out, then he say, well, Thug, we didn't know what to do at the time. We tried to keep the label afloat. He was the one that was bringing in the most money. At this point, we can fire him. Whatever else happens, we could get rid of Gunna or that person. And if you feel like that's
now, how does that work now? Because the person that's been hot for all these 3-4 years, while this person, we don't even know if he still has the same ability to come back and be as successful after all these years in jail, then what happens to the label?
Nah, so here's how I look at it. At the end of the day, they still have to coexist at some point because
do they?
As a person that's over, if I'm over the label because I'm the big record company that's over the label, there's gonna be a coexistence because for one, yes, we were supporting him, but he's what kept your label afloat. Or you would have been in debt and had to owe us this part. Because when they do the little label deals, there's a certain amount of money. Yeah. So we kept it afloat. So it doesn't matter who we support at this point in time. And so you coming back out and you not liking it, it's like, hey, it's a double-edged sword. You don't like it, who cares at this point? Because you still have to keep money.
It's not that who cares, but it's just like, what do you feel like is more important? We're more focused on you getting out, making sure we throwing money to your whatever, supporting you in whatever way we can. Lawyers paid if we're supporting in that way or whatever it is, making sure your kids straight. However else we're helping, the money gotta come from somewhere. So
I think y'all ignoring the history of when artists are upset with labels. What happens to that label? We can look at Death Row. We can look at Bad Boy. We look at Rockefeller. We can look at every example of Cash Money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what happens? That label is crumbling.
Yeah, that label crumbles and dissolves. But that's that part. That's not the only part of the actual record company. So I mean, they're just like whatever. They're just here to try to get their money as best as possible.
Yeah.
And so that's so like no matter what, they're like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna support Gunna. He's doing well. We're gonna support this and get this money from him.
And then there's other people on the label too. So.
Nobody else is dropping music.
I'm saying take somebody else underneath it when you do a Gunna with them. Like
what I'm saying, that's not necessarily how it works. Like the only reason Cash Money was afloat because they were lucky to find Drake and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They had 1,000 artists before. Tiger 2, yeah, Tiger 2.
Little twist.
What I'm saying is like you don't just find an artist and be like, hey, this is a new one now.
Yeah, of course.
That's a lucky thing.
Yeah, no.
Rockefeller was cooked.
Yeah.
After, you know what I'm saying, they signed a bunch of talented guys. That shit didn't work out. Death Row. I mean, we can keep going. What's Master? No Limit. Like, all that happened. So
Snoop Dogg went to fucking No Limit.
QC. We see what's going on with QC right now. They sold the shit. Ain't nobody over there hot no more. It's over with. Yeah. And that's recent. That's very recent. Just like within the last.
That has to do with the artist, not necessarily.
But that's what we talking about.
And they also did what they supposed to do by getting that money.
That's what happened.
They were very.
That's literally exactly what happened. Lil Baby and Offset had an issue. Now it's beef amongst the label. Now you support one more than the other. Now guess what happens when Lil Baby's not as hot anymore? Oh, we selling this shit because now the label's worth nothing.
Yeah.
Because nobody's getting along because we can't go to the Migos to get a feature to get this #1 song to make him hotter than what he was. So that's what happens when, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's I get it. You got to support the label, but what happens in that circumstance then? It's a contradiction.
It is, but I mean, they
I'm not disagreeing, yeah. I agree with what you're saying. It's like
alright. So what do you like? If you're that label, what are you doing?
I think you gotta make a stand. It's either we're gonna put everything and make our label a complete protest of like why this case should be thrown out. We doing all this like Kevin Lyles is on the stand doing that. He made a little stand. Then we seen him walking with Gunna. So it don't make sense at the end of the day. So I think you gotta make a stand.
Well, I'd say with that, again, what if you don't know all the nuances of it? Like, what if Gunna really, let's hypothetically say, because we don't know, what if Gunna really did not snitch, right? He played a part, but he did not snitch,
That
right?
doesn't change the public perception.
That's cool, but what I'm saying is, we're not hearing from Thug right now. So we can't really hear and say for his side to say, yo, support this person or don't support this or da-da-da. He's not telling anybody. He can't really speak on it. So
I mean, we have heard from Thug. That's not true. We've seen him post something to try to step on his album release. And then the next thing we saw was a quote-unquote leaked voicemail, whether it be fake or not. So we have heard Thug's side of it. Nothing has pointed towards him supporting Gunna.
Yeah, true.
So,
but he just come out and say, I don't.
He's in jail. But we can move on.
Hold on. I mean, speaking of that, because you brought up somebody. Is it too early to talk about Lil Baby's kind of fall off? Or he's slowly falling off?
I don't think that could be Lil Baby focused because I think everybody in the music industry is seeing a decline, period. I mean, if we want to be honest, country music been shitting on everybody.
It has.
Country music and pop music have been dominating. Excuse me, not pop music. Afro beats, Latin, country, everything but hip hop.
I agree.
So.
But that's the thing. I mean, you can see it period just by when they always talk about #1s. And they considered freaking Doja Cat that song. I just think that's a pop song. I don't think that's like a rap.
On that.
She's rapping.
I don't think that's a rap song.
She's rapping her ass off too.
Let's get the Doja Cat too. Go ahead.
I like the song. I'm just like, I don't know. Rap to me right now is in a very like trashy place. Like it's just the producers don't straight. They not wanting to work. They not wanting to do anything original. Everybody want to take something that came out 10 years ago and redo it, like, and don't do it well, and then act like they don't know who it came from. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't like it right now. I can see why it's number one.
That's why I was
no
like, I
effort
don't
in
think we
music.
can like really focus on Lil Baby being the one that's.
Well, no.
because-
I'm just speaking on just him in general, just because of how hot he was, and then now it's
It's
just
just like so fast.
yeah, it's just so like.
But that's everybody though. They can say that about anybody that's been hot and that got hot.
I
Like
feel
Glorilla
he had, like, a
came
couple-
and went.
No.
Oh, but we knew that. But I feel like it was
we knew same thing with the baby.
No.
Same thing. It's exact same
yeah.
thing.
The baby
with the
did.
baby.
Well, but he dropped off for other reasons too.
Yeah,
First of all, they was
that's
complaining about his music well before that.
They
Gangsta.
were,
You know
but
what
what I'm
saying?
saying, but when
Roddy Rich, Must I Continue? It's a
oh,
lot
but
of
he
people.
put out track. Well, I told you that he wasn't that good anyway.
Lil Nas X came and went. It's a lot of these people that got hot.
But it's different because none of them were as hot and big as Lil Baby.
Lil Nas X was bigger than Lil Baby.
Look,
Yeah,
Lil Nas X just started.
But he wasn't. He was no longer hip hop.
And he wasn't rap.
Roddy Rich was just as big as Lil Baby.
He wasn't hot as hot as Lil
Yeah, I feel
Baby.
like Lil Baby was hotter than.
Lil Durk. I mean, Lil Durk cooled off a
Lil
lot
Durk
too.
is still
Lil
doing-
Durk cooled off a lot.
He done cooled off, but he still ain't at that fall off stage.
That's the same with Lil Baby then.
I don't know. Lil
If that's
Baby
the case.
is real iffy right now.
That's the same with Lil Durk.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
They selling the same. They doing the same numbers. They still doing the same thing. They still on tour. They rapping on all the biggest artist songs. Like, what you mean?
What last feature Lil Baby got?
I mean, you gotta look it up.
Freaking Gucci, isn't that the one?
Yeah, like he ain't got nothing new.
I think Gucci was the last verse that he put out.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, you said you want to speak about Doja Cat.
Oh, yeah. Speaking about that, first of all, and you can say the same about Lil Uzi. They tried to turn Lil Uzi. Like, Lil Uzi definitely was the hottest. He dropped the album. Now all of a sudden, people had to like, maybe he's not who he thought he was. Now he had to turn into Lil Thug.
Turn into Lil Thug, Lil Uzi Thug.
Yeah, but Doja dropped the song. Well, first of all, she already went through this whole thing. She dissing fans. She said, I don't love my fans. I don't love y'all. I don't know y'all. Mm-hmm. Cool. She lost 500,000 people overnight that quick.
Yeah.
It seems like now she's just kind of hell bent on being rebellious against the industry
Against
and
everything.
Life.
Yeah.
I get it though. I think she's in a mode to where she got. I mean, because she literally became like the super of superstars, making music that is undeniable for everyone to hear. Like everybody enjoyed her music, and she got to this standard to where now she was the sex symbol, and she was like the perfect pop star. She's the new it girl, and people start holding her to that.
Yeah, and then she said, "Fuck, I'm gonna cut my hair off and eyebrows too. Just draw these motherfuckers."
Yeah.
Started looking crazy.
Yeah. And now she's rebelling. So she is. First, she got caught in some chat rooms. She got defended on some by her fans on over there, whether it's racist, whether she's racist or not.
I would say she been calling chat rooms for
Oh,
years
bro, I
too.
was gonna say, that's
I'm saying, but
no, but it was brought back up too.
it's
Yeah, like
resurfaced,
they
and they say her boyfriend is some super racist white guy or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's true or not. So now she's on some like, I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
And her music is reflecting that. So now she's painting herself in full out blood. She's got the Grim Reaper in videos. She dropped a single called Paint the Town Red, where she basically stands on what she said. My happiness is your misery. Don't come at me with jealousy. I'm so much fun without. Basically shaming any other people in the industry for trying to act like what I do affects you, and the way I live my life should be what you are using as a standard of perfectness in the music industry.
Which I mean, she's not wrong.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
but people have some issue with the imagery, so she takes it a step even further.
Oh yeah, you did that.
And drops a song
called Demons. You saw that video?
I did.
I ain't watch it yet.
And what essentially happens that got people worked up is she was literally costumed as a demon in which you will see in like a horror film. Mm-hmm. And people are basically saying this is exactly what's wrong with the music industry. This removal of the moral grounds and satanic imagery is being pushed on kids, and saying they said the same thing with Jay-Z back in the day, Illuminati. Mm-hmm. The same thing with Lil Uzi, Playboy Cardi. Mm-hmm. And they're saying this what happens. Is this what y'all kids want, and is this what we should be watching? Why is this not okay? Why is this not banned? So on and so forth. So what's y'all thoughts? Because she had turned off a lot of people.
Well, my thing is, you can pick and choose what you listen to and what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's, you know, people, we think about the labels and whatnot, people are going to push whatever's going to make them money.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously some type of money in this. We go and watch horror films all the time.
Facts.
And so, I mean, they don't speak about the imagery in that because it's a horror film, right? If that's what she chooses to do and this is what how she goes about it, you can pick, you have a choice of saying, hey, I'm either going to watch this and support or I'm not.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's the same thing like when people are like, if you had kids right now, you can pick and choose what they watch. You know, you as an adult right now, we can sit here, I can put this on right here and watch it or I don't.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing. So she's not wrong in what she's saying. That's on you if you want to watch it and support it. I'm going to do what I feel like I want to do at the end of the day.
So are you discounting the influence these things may or may not have on, because we all are very familiar with some of our favorite videos and songs and the trends and the style. So kids are definitely...
Yeah, so no, I mean, she definitely does have an influence. But again, it's not her. So I'm just speaking from her point of view. It's not her job. Like it's
not her job.
Her job is to put out music.
Okay.
Her job is to put out music that sells.
Yeah, correct.
Now everything else is beyond that. So now it's the consumer point. So I mean, yes, she does have an influence on people, and of course, you know, the world loves her. I mean, she's a huge artist.
Let me ask you this.
She is crazy though.
Is that the only job of a music artist to put out music that sells?
If that's your goal,
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
mean,
the job, not the goal. Like when you sign a contract.
no, that's not your own job because I mean you want people to like you, but at the same time.
But if your music is selling, that means somebody likes you.
Yeah, if your music's selling and your style and the way that you do it, I mean, I guess there's two jobs that you have.
It
It's
depends
like
on what's in your contract.
Your style and your music. It starts with the music though.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that. I was just asking, is that y'all saying as that?
To me, that is your main job. That is your main
focus.
focus.
Asked about the job says that their only job, that any music artist in the industry that signs a contract, they're only asked to put out music that sells. Is that what y'all are saying?
I can't tell you, but I don't know.
I haven't heard of any music artist that has signed just because they sell records. Because if you sell records, you know what else you could do? You can sell other things. You can sell tickets. You can sell merch. You can sell commercials. You can sell products. So your job is not just to sell music. Your job is to make money.
Correct.
You make money off way more than your music.
Your music, yeah. You actually make money. You make more money outside.
Much more money outside. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's your likeness. But again, there's a demographic that's still supporting her. At the end of the day,
it's always going to be.
So I'm saying there's a demographic for that. So I can't say she's wrong because I mean I still have a demographic that's supporting me, and that demographic can be large. And so now I mean morally, yeah, I don't want to see that shit. No, I don't think she should be doing that. Not a fan of it. But just speaking business wise, if I am if I'm a label and she's one of my biggest artists, and this right here is selling, I'm just keep pushing that shit because this is obviously this is doing well.
So do you think it should come with any backlash, or should there be any uproar about her putting this?
There's always gonna be backlash.
I said, do you think it should be backlash about people that choose?
Yeah, always.
I would, especially as a label, what she did. I didn't know this is gonna cause a whole uproar. I know Doja Cat name is gonna be at the top of the top. Mm-hmm. I want to hear this song, even though I don't like demons. I don't want to do nothing with a demon. I want to hear what she's talking about for some people. And then some people may be talking about it like, oh, did you see this? Did you hear that?
I think you're not answering what I asked. I'm saying, do you think it should be a uproar about the imagery that she's putting out? Like, should that be problematic to people? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, yes, because if you are one who believes, like, for instance, like if you're a Christian and demons are against what you would want to believe in, of course, yes, there's an uproar about that. I was a fan of your music and I'm watching you and now you transition over to this. Yes, I'm going to be upset about this. Yes, I have the right. There's an uproar. I don't have the right. But everybody has a right to do whatever they want.
You're contradicting yourself from earlier now because you said I don't got to watch it. Because now
yeah,
you
no, I'm saying. I feel like it's a little thin line because you can be very religious. If you're very, very religious, you don't listen. You're not listening to the shit anyway. Yeah,
the first shit.
It don't matter what they put out. You probably may know or hear about it because somebody else is talking about it, but you never really
not listening to it. Yeah, of course.
Now, yeah, I think it should be. I don't think it should be a problem because she's doing whatever she wants to do. But I think it should be talked about. I think it's something I'm putting out for it to be talked about, or for it to be debated, or just some type of controversy, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. It's like, I want it to cause whatever it's going to cause. I don't know what it is. I want it to do that.
But you might be right on that part. I don't know if it should be an uproar because, again, that's where like what I said, like, you do have a choice. So you have a choice to either watch it or don't.
Right.
If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. If it's not your thing, then cool. So you do have a choice. So on that stance, no, not really, not necessarily, because that's not, you didn't go out there and do it.
Yeah, but then you think about your artists when they first, this is not the Move Doja Cat no more. So if I first start liking you because of this, or you and the SZA, the Kiss Me More, all that stuff, and then you cutting your hair off, black hair, black, all this, it's two different Doja Cats that I'm getting.
Hold on.
But you still have a choice.
But I'm saying now, it's still a choice I'm saying, but now I'm like, bro, you done fed me this album, I really like this woman empowerment, all this other stuff that you were doing on this last album, and then you come with this, now it's like a whole nother person that's like, I liked you, but now I'm just like, girl, I don't want to hear this. Like, this is not what I came here for. This is not why I became a fan of you in the first place. So I can see that uproar or that kind of controversy because I think it happens with all artists, but yeah, I can see that controversy.
Well, I think that might be exactly why she say F the fans. I don't love y'all because, to your point, people, who you were at 5 years old is going to be different than you are at 15. Mm-hmm. So at that point, should a parent be like, oh, I don't like you no more. I only like the baby version of you.
Yeah. It's either you like me for me or you, yeah. Either you like me for me or is it what I'm selling to you at that point in time.
And that's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing. I'm a fan of their music. I mean, I may not be a fan of Doja Cat herself. I don't like your
But that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying.
I'm a fan of the music.
That's what I'm saying.
I can have a perspective of saying, like, no, I can say what I want to say about her albums and her music because I don't like it. I don't like it.
But that's what I'm saying.
I can say what I want. Okay. I could cause an uproar and say this demonic stuff is trash. She looks crazy. It's whatever. I can say that because I was a fan of the last album and that got me wanting to hear more. So
we got that. But what I was speaking to is people that make music. Like I said, it's not just their job to just sell music. Mm-hmm. They're selling their likeness. Mm-hmm. So people are fans of the person. For example, when the whole Tory Lanez and Megan shit, they picked the side because who they liked more. Mm-hmm. It had nothing to do with music.
Y'all don't even like Tory. Y'all just like he was a man. That's part of the brand though. So that's why women be like,
that's crazy, Paul. That's crazy.
That's what women do though. Not real talk. That's what women do.
No. But I did like his music, so I mean that. Yeah, you. Not all of them.
Well, the point is, so I don't know. I think if it's gonna be uproar about this, if this the stance we taking, then we got to look at a lot of other things. First of all, I want Sexy Red off all platforms. If that's what we're going to. If we gonna make a big if we gonna make a big deal about this, why is we arguing for 10 years about whether R. Kelly music should not be played or not? If you want to talk about some real demonic stuff, if we gonna argue that,
so you really think
then King Von and all that shit should be banned.
Yeah,
if it's an uproar about, we talking about real life demonic stuff, not just some makeup. Yeah. We talking about people that are really
out here killing people,
like killing and talking about damaging people's spirit. So if this gonna be where we draw the line, maybe we need to go back and reevaluate some things.
I mean, but that's two different fan bases, and that, like I said, but I'm saying this goes back to what I said. If I start listening to Doja Cat from Kiss Me More or Woman, Let Me Be, all that other stuff, that album, and then she switch over to this demon stuff, it's just like freaking Kanye West going from the stuff.
But people stay with Kanye from day one to now.
It's a whole different genre. And some people like, this is fake. I don't want to hear this or whatever, or just having a whole opinion about it. But it's two different Kanyes.
But to be fair, a lot of that had nothing to do with the music. It had something to do with all the other antics.
All the shit that he was doing as a person.
I would just say,
don't let me cook in here.
I'm saying, well, I would just
what
say,
you saying?
I would say it's just like the Lil Durk stuff. It's so, okay, you saying the Lil Durk or the King Von and Lil Durk, they started off with the killing and all the other stuff, so you chose to stay on board with the killing and all the other, whatever he had going on. And then he has this song with J. Cole.
And it's his biggest song to date.
Yeah. Because J. Cole was on there, not because of Lil Durk.
Okay, so what's your point?
But I'm saying it's like people are like, okay, I like the song, but it's not Lil Durk. Like,
but it's his biggest song.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is.
It's not even close.
But it's not because of Lil Durk.
We're not saying.
Okay, but you see what I'm trying to say though. It's like what you started with. That's literally what I'm trying to say. It's like you start with the killing and all the other stuff, and if you choose to go from some dainty girly stuff, women empowerment, and then change to something else, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna jump ship. I
think it's still a choice. I don't know if there's necessarily there's a right to have an uproar because everybody still has a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, and I can understand like what you were saying. Like she came out and said why she doesn't like her fans. You like me or you like my music. You like my music for that period of time. You like that album. You like this album, but you don't like this one.
But
so
you
obviously,
don't like her fans, but you make a song and say I'd rather be famous instead.
I think she was playing into the whole. I don't think that was a literal.
Yeah,
I think that was
she's being facetious.
I took it literal.
See, that's your problem.
All right, man.
Great episode today, man.
That is a wrap for episode 35.
35.
I was gonna say, is it 30?
Yeah.
It's been 20?
Mm-hmm.
30, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Look, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but yeah, man, appreciate y'all supporting us on this journey. We damn near out of thou wow.
Like, subscribe, comment, put that bell notification on. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, keep sending us. Oh, we gonna do a questions and answers session 2. So we definitely want to keep these topics going. Everything ain't gotta be based off the news. You know what I'm saying? We're a lot more talented to just talk about.
Sometimes I'll be honest with you, I don't be giving a fuck about the news.
You?
I don't watch
I don't be caring about none of this shit. You be writing on the document. Telling her all the time, like, I don't care about Uzi.
I just pull up Twitter sometimes, but
yeah, you're right.
But yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We will be
35.
back next week sharp. Tune in, subscribe. We out.
Nigga.